Welcome back on my YouTube channel. For today's session, we are going to see how to integrate Chat GPT in our Flutter application. So first, we have to add a package. We have to get it from our package manager. So this is Chat GPT Sdk. We have to get this version. We have to add it to our PubSec and then refresh our application. Then we open the simulator. But first of all, we have to create an account from Chat GPT website so that we can obtain the token. So with this code, you have to pass the token. You have to get the token before any kind of implementation with the Chat GPT. So we follow this link, we click it, let's open it in the new tab. So this is where you will obtain your new token. So I'm already logged in, but before reaching this page, you have to get authenticated. You have to create the account or log in if your account already exists. So after creating the account, you have to create the secret key. After getting your secret key, you have to add it in the app. I already did those stages. So we come back in our application. You can see I have a file called constant. That's where I put my key. So after refreshing our code, so let's build the app on the simulator. So we come to this file. We have to add an OpenAI instance. We have OpenAI. Let's OpenAI. So we have to initialize it in our init state. So we call OpenAI. We say openai.instance.build, then we pass the token. So for the token, we will pass our key. This is the key from our constant file, as I said before. So you will replace this key variable with your own key. So you can see we have already run the app. So we are going to add some UIs required so that we can use the app. So first of all, we have to add the text field to receive the prompt from the user and send button. So let's start by adding the text fields. So we add text field, put it in an expanded widget to make sure it will take the possible space, and add icon button. We'll add a send function. We'll declare it after. So we add icons.send. So here we are going to declare a function for send. This is here. So you can see the text field and send button. In the text field, you have to add a hint text show user that is where you're supposed to type text. Type here. You can see that you have already added the hint text. So we also have to add the list view, where we will show the chat history between the user and Chat GPT. You can see the list view is also added, but you can see that our text field is pushed behind the iOS simulator widget. So we have to put it in safe area to make sure that our text field and the button are easily visible. We can even add some padding so that we cannot let it be squeezed in the corners of the simulator. You can see that we can easily see our text field, button, and the list view. For the next implementation, we are going to get our text from text field. So we have to add a text controller. So find text editing controller. We declare controller. We initialize it with constructor. We add the controller to the text field. Controller. Here with input decoration we can make it constant here. So after obtaining the text from the text field, we come here in the send function. We call our OpenAI instance. So OpenAI instance dot on completion, and you add complete text. We have to add prompt. Prompt will be replaced by our text from the text field. So let's get text from the text field. So here val text. This is it. And for the text, you have to check if the text is not empty. We trim it. If it's empty, we return. So we are not going to call Chat GPT with empty text. We make sure that user have added something. The model, we will have different models from Chat GPT, but let's use text paper model or any kind of model. So these are different models. So this is future function. You have to await this for to get the response. Const response. You have to make this function asynchronous. So var response. So this is the response. This is we are going to get a text that will be adding to the list. You have to show the user this response. So we have to check that the choices are not empty. So we have to check if response not equal to null, then and we have the choices in our request. So we have to create another class that we'll be using to show our response from Chat GPT. We have to add the text, and we have to add another Boolean variable to check if it's the text from the Chat GPT or it's my text. So for the best way to illustrate the chat history, you have to separate the text if it's sent from Chat GPT or it's my text. So this is the class that we'll be using listing the chats or our conversation on the UI. So we have to add the variable saying I am sender. So we also add constructor, we add text, and this that I'm sender. So if it's a response from Chat GPT, we have to add, we also have to add to declare a variable for listing the conversation. So let's call it find list chat. We call it conversations. We declare it with empty array. So we add here our conversation, we add chat, we get response dot choices dot last dot text, and sender will be false because this is not me who add this conversation. So even here we have to add our own text from the text field. We have to add it to the UI to keep the history on the UI. So we say we set state conversation dot add chat. We have to add the text, and sender will be true because this chat is sent by me. So here we also have to set state so that we can refresh our UI. So here in the list view we have to also to add list view dot builder. So because we are expecting to have a long list, so we have also to add the item count. So dot conversation dot length. So here we will be returning our chat. So we have to get chat item from val convo. We get it from conversation, we get a specific index. So here we return some cheap rebel, then we display convo.text. So let's learning, so we can see the output on the screen again. So let's ask Chat GPT hello. We have to wait a little bit, and you see he can respond with hi there, how are you. We ask Chat GPT what time is it, then we wait, they tell us the time. And we have to, as you see, we have to clean the text field after sending the text. You have to say controller dot clear, so the text field after sending will become empty. When we say what time is it, the text field will be empty. And you have to separate those chats to make sure that this is the chat from GPT and this is the chat that I have sent. So we have to separate it by putting them on the different side. So as you see in our class, we declare the variable called sender. This is the variable we are going to use while aligning those messages. We have to put it in the widget called align. So we say alignment. So if convo.sender, we put it on the left side. We say alignment dot center right. We put our chat on the right side and chat from the GPT from the left side. So say alignment dot center left. You can see that the chat are separated. So this is what we send. This is sent from Chat GPT, and you can put a little padding to make sure it's not squeezing on the edge of the simulator. So let's add some padding to keep it the space, so you can see the chat is even clear. And you can even add different colors to make sure that the chat is a little bit different. So we can even add we can add the background color. We say convo.sender, we keep it white, and for the Chat GPT we add primary color right. So like this, you can see there is the difference. You can see the chat are different. So whatever you ask, it will respond on the time. And I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial, and you can use Chat GPT and different things. Whatever you ask, he will ask. And this chat, you may improve it in any different ways. This is not the final one. You have to add the routers and the others, but the basic functionalities, it is to integrate our Chat GPT, and it's done. So make sure subscribe so that you can follow up with next tutorials and other lessons that I'll be teaching you on Flutter and other languages, including Java, JavaScript, and others. Hope you have a nice day. Thanks.